Welcome to another edition of DX Engineering Videos, and today we're honored to have Ralph Fedor, K0IR, here with us. Hello, Ralph.
Well, hello, Tim. Thank you very much. It's great to be here in DX Engineering.
It's great to have you here. And Ralph, you know, you've done a lot in amateur radio with DXpeditions, and we'll get to some of that. But not many people know how you got started. How did it happen for Ralph?
With DXpeditions?
No, with ham radio.
With ham radio. When I was in junior high school, I went up into the attic and I found an old shortwave radio. And of course, what any junior high school student would do would be to take it apart. And I found all these glowing tubes in there, and there was a little segment in there that said SW. And I found I could listen to Radio Canada and HCJB in Quito, Ecuador. And then I learned that our mailman was a ham. So every Saturday morning I would wait by the mailbox for him to come and deliver the mail. I had time for one question and then he would be on his way. And that started my ham radio career.
Wow, wow. And so as you went through high school and then into college, what sort of impact did ham radio have in your life?
It started me down the road of electrical engineering initially. And then I kind of discovered the biological sciences and the interaction with people, and I drifted into medicine from there. But I always maintained the link with amateur radio and stayed active almost continually since 1961.
Wow. Now, so DXpeditions are when you leave the United States and go to a foreign country. What was your first DXpedition?
First DXpedition was to the South Sandwich Islands.
Now, where are they?
They are east of the Falkland Islands in the southern Atlantic Ocean. And they were probably most accurately described by Captain James Cook when he discovered them way back in the 1770s. And he described them as the most awful place in the world. And that was my introduction to
That was your first one?
That was my first one.
And after you were done with that, you said you want more.
I did.
You were hooked.
I was.
And so what year was that you went to South Sandwich?
That was 1992.
That was 92. And you've been a part of how many DXpeditions since then?
I think of the major DXpeditions, I believe 14.
14. Wow. And so you have, through those 14 expeditions, I'll bet you've met some fascinating people.
I have. It's not only the DXpedition team, but it's the people you meet along the way that help you solve the problems, that direct you a little bit, or maybe try to dissuade you from doing what you're planning on doing. It's really interesting. You interact with different cultures, different ideas, and you find out that people from different countries do things differently, but they all end up solving the same problem.
Isn't that, I mean, that's one of the neat things about ham radio is the people.
It is.
And the life lessons that you've learned along the way, right?
That is correct, yeah.
Now,
I feel like I can go to almost any, well, I can go to any continent, make a phone call, and be welcomed at somebody's house.
Because you're a ham.
Because I'm a ham.
Not because you're K0IR.
No.
Because you're a ham.
That's right.
So it is, even somebody who just gets licensed, they're a ham, they're in the fraternity.
That's right. All they have to do is look for the antenna.
Right.
And go knock on the door and they'll be welcome.
Right. Now, here we are, this is January 2017. We're a year away from you as the team leader going to the #2 most wanted country in the world. What is going through your mind?
I guess what's going through my mind is this is really exciting stuff. I'm really excited about it. My adrenaline level is way up, but I got to hold this all together, and I can't let emotion take over reason.
And is this your first time being a team leader?
No.
Okay.
I've done this a number of times.
Okay. So, and you're going out there, you're raising a lot of money. There's a lot of guys they're going to have their ham radio stations ready to go to work you, because, I mean, how often does a DXpedition go to Bouvet Island?
One of this magnitude is rare. One of this magnitude has never occurred there. The Norwegians went to Bouvet probably 20-some years ago. They did what at that time was a fairly major expedition, but there were, I believe, 4 operators or 5. We're going there with 20. We're trying to cover as much of the HF spectrum as we can. We're positioning ourselves on the island so we have an optimum shot at every continent, every population center. So one of this magnitude has not been done before and probably will not be done at least for another 15, 20 years.
Yeah, no, it takes an unbelievable commitment, you know, to the hobby to do this kind of thing. How long are you going to be away from home when you do this?
Probably about 7 weeks.
Wow. Yeah, that's a long time, and what a great gift to the DX community.
Well, thank you.
To put the #2 most wanted country on the air, and we wish you all the success. Safety first.
Safety first.
And we hope that you come back and tell us about your travels after January of 2018.
Well, thank you very much, Tim, and I'm looking forward to coming back, definitely, and I'm certainly looking forward to telling you about it when we do get back.
That's great. So thanks to you for watching another edition of DX Engineering Videos.